Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Hobbits, now in San Luis Obispo at my family or relatives' house. Thought I'd do a beer review here. Look at that awesome background from their porch. Really nice looking, really nice weather here, pretty hot, it's like the 80s, but it's very windy. But hopefully it won't be too bad, not as bad as Denmark, of course. Today we're going to be looking at a sour beer, so perfect for this weather. And this is a beer by the Lost Abbey that I picked up at the brewery. This is their Framboise de Amorosa. This is their sour with the fresh raspberries in there, and then aged in oak barrels, so they dump a lot of fresh raspberries in there. I've heard good things about this one. It should be nice and tart and sour. This is a 2011 vintage. They do this once a year, I believe, and it should be pretty nice. I also have another beer from them to review, which is last year's Cuvée de Tommy, which I heard good things about. There's been some trouble with that beer lately, but apparently this year's vintage should be good. But enough talking, let's get Framboise de Amorosa opened. Okay, so we got it poured here. A lot of carbonation on this one. Definitely not a carbonation problem. I can just see bubbles of carbonation streaming from the bottle. That's probably why I got such a huge head. Color on it, it's a darker kind of red, real dark kind of ruby red. I thought it'd be more pinkish, but it is like an oat brand style that they sour, so definitely there's a pinkish head on there, like 3 fingers. Really nice slice to it. Looks really nice. So let's check out the aroma on the Framboise de Amorosa. Nice raspberry. Really nice tart raspberry flavor. Kind of also a sweeter. It's not just tart, but also like a sweet raspberry aroma to it. And traditional oat brewing like aromas. Kind of a little bit of brown sugar, that balsamic vinegar, some caramel. Funk is not too big on this one. There's a little bit of funkiness going on in there. Definitely also picking up on the oak character to it. It's a nice balance between like being super fruity and also being fairly tart in the aroma. It smells like a pretty nice sour here, and for this kind of weather it should be nice. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. Oh yeah, that's really tasty. It reminds me a little bit of Red Poppy. I don't know if that's the base beer for this, but a little bit somewhat like Red Poppy. Red Poppy is just with cherries. I don't think it's this. Maybe they use the base beer for both beers. It's the same, kind of the same, and then they tweak it because they have a lot of base beers for a number of their beers. I really like this one. At the brewery I had their Trek 5, which was a blend of this one and Red Poppy, which is really nice. And I like Red Poppy on its own. Now I get to try Framboise de Amorosa on its own, and it's a really nice sour. Mouthfeel on it is medium. It's dry. Decent amount of carbonation on there. Nice flavor on it. Those tart cherries come forth like first thing. Nice tart raspberry flavor. Also, there is kind of a cherry flavor to it as well. The raspberries, some sweetness, the balsamic vinegar, some caramel. Wow, just look at that lacing too. That is awesome. Yeah, it's got a light funky character to it. Just like a barnyardy funk, but it's light. Along with that, nice kind of dryness in the finish. Little bit of that oaky flavor, oaky tannin flavor. Can't remember if I mentioned, but I believe it's on 7%, right? Yeah, 7% alcohol. Perfect for this kind of sour. A little bit of brown sugars and caramel. More the traditional oat brewing flavors. Really nice sour. The sourness isn't like intense, but it's a solid sourness to it. This is really tasty. This is, I prefer Red Poppy a little more than this, but this is still really, really tasty beer. So rating wise, for the Lost Abbey Framboise de Amorosa, I'm gonna give this a straight up 90. This is a really tasty sour. I like Trek 5 a little more because it's a blend of this and Red Poppy. It's a little more complex and got a lot more funkiness to it. I had this warm up just a little instead of drinking it ice cold, because sours can, they're nice cold, but you get more of the funk when they warm up. This isn't too funky though, but yeah, great stuff. Definitely worth picking up if you can get Lost Abbey's limited release beers in your area. So yeah, that does it for the beer review of the Lost Abbey Framboise de Amorosa. Remember to let me know what you think of this brew if you've had it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter. And I'm going to say cheers, guys. I'm going to see you in another beer review.